TB, Tommyboy, back in the house. Season 2, episode 4, Tommy. Bao Buns, Korean buns, right? I don't know, I've never made them before, and quite frankly, I've never had them before, but you told me earlier today that you have, so I'm really looking forward to making this dish. It's kind of like a taco, but it's a steamed bun, and from what I'm reading and what everybody's doing, you can put whatever you want in it. So tonight, we're gonna do a little bourbon chicken, a little brisket, and a little shrimp salad sandwich. You got a couple guests coming over, one being your mom. It's got to be pretty exciting for you, right? So we'll see what she has to say about these bad boys. You ready to go do it?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Cheers. All right, Tommy, here we go. Season 2, episode 4, Bao Buns. These are Korean buns that are steamed. Okay, I told you in the intro that's what we're gonna do. These are really easy to make, although I've never made them before in my life. So this is gonna be a first, all right? So look, here's what we got. I've got 2.5 cups of flour, okay? I've got a little bit of sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar in here. I've got a little bit of baking powder in here, half a tablespoon, a little bit of salt, half a tablespoon of salt as well. Okay, so we're gonna keep that there, and I'm gonna activate the yeast. Okay, so I've got 1/3 of a cup of warm water. Just gonna pour our yeast in there. Okay, just let it sit for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes. I'm gonna let it start to activate. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar in here. Okay, a little vegetable oil and a little milk. Okay, then I'm gonna combine it all together, knead it for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna bring these bad boys together. Now look, Tommy, I haven't showed you this yet, right? Have you seen this? This is a contraption. Okay, right here. This is made out of bamboo. It's really cool. It's a steamer. It's perfect for these buns, from what I've read anyway. So, but you can steam vegetables and other types of things in here if you want. The nice part about it is the condensation. Okay, this is bamboo. It sucks up into this and it does not drip back onto the food, so it doesn't dilute the flavor or the consistency of the food at all. So it's really neat. And when you pull it off, you got to be a little careful with it, but the whole goal to this is to make sure that whatever's in here steaming doesn't get wet. And all you do is you take it, and I'm going to have a pan full of water here, and I'm going to set it on top like that. That's it. We're going to let it go for about 8-9 minutes. After that, you're going to see our buns, and we're going to fill them up with our guests. We'll see how they taste. See you in a little bit. All right, Tommy. The yeast is starting to activate, so I'm going to add sugar, okay? And I'm going to add the oil. All right, there we go. And I'm going to add the milk. All right. So then I'm going to mix this together, and we are going to mix the wet ingredients in with the dry ingredients, and then we are going to knead these bad boys. See, pretty simple so far, right? All right, here's the dry ingredients. I stuck them in a bowl. All right, we're going to take this. We're going to pour these right in here. Let's get as much of it as we can in there. All right. And then we're just going to bring this together inside the bowl until it gets to a point where I can put it out on the table and start working it. Okay, which we're very close right now. All right, that's what it looks like right now, right? Maybe about 45 seconds of stirring in the bowl. I'm just gonna knock it right out on my surface here, okay? Get it all out. Look, I'm just gonna bring it together. It's like playing with Play-Doh back in elementary school. All right, once I get this together a little bit, we'll start kneading it. Form it into a nice ball, and then we'll be ready to do our buns. I've been kneading this for about 8 to 10 minutes. We're going to throw it right back in the bowl, cover it up. Okay, we're going to let it rest for 2 hours. And I made one earlier that's been resting for 2 hours. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to lay this out, okay? I'm going to take a rolling pin, and I'm going to roll it out to maybe about 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch thick. Okay, I'm going to take this martini glass and I'm going to cut and shape the dough into little round pieces. All right, then I'm going to take a little spray, olive oil spray, spray the inside, fold them over. Okay, we're going to put them inside our little steaming box and let them rest for like another 20 minutes, and then we're going to steam them. And then while that's happening, I'll pull out what's going to accompany these bad boys. We'll see you in a minute. So I'm going to take this glass and I'm going to just cut one. Right like that. I don't know if it's the best glass or not. So let's see. Pull one out. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me put a little bit more cut on. Let's do this. Not my first rodeo, is it, my friend? Okay, so that's what you get. Okay, then we're gonna take it. We're gonna make a bunch of these. All right. We're just gonna put a quick spray on this. Okay. Then we're gonna fold it over like that. Pat it down. It says to roll it with a pin, but I think you can just pat it with your fingers. Okay. Pat it like that. And we're gonna put them in our steamer. All right. There's one. Let me finish making these, and I'll show you what it looks like when we put them in the steamer. I've got them all rolled out. Look, they're like little half moons, okay? I've pressed them together. We're gonna put them in this bad boy, our little steamer. Now don't let them touch, and don't let them touch the sides, okay? And then we're gonna let them rest for about another, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So the recipe says anyways. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and steam them up, okay? So that was the top box. This is the bottom box. I don't think they need to be perfect, but we'll see when they come out. Hopefully they are. Okay. Nothing touching. One in the center. Perfect. Okay. And this goes on top of this. This goes on top of this. Okay. And we just let them rest. I'm going to cover it with a towel just for the heck of it. We're going to let them rest for about, like I said, 20, maybe 30 minutes, and then they're going to take about 8 minutes to cook. We'll see you in 20, 30 minutes. We'll finish these bad boys off. Season 2, Episode 4, Bao Buns. We got Mama. Mama is in the house. Mama Lynn Flynn.
That's my boy.
Boyfriend Christian. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
How have you been?
All right.
Good.
So the way you guys became a guest is we saw you at breakfast the other day. And we were actually supposed to shoot the week before, but we had to cancel. So I'm like, hey, I got to put something out there on guests. And you two walk in, and boom, it was perfect.
Meant to be.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
I told you earlier we were doing Bao Buns, right?
And I was like, what buns?
So you've never had them before?
Never.
Okay, I made the dough earlier. It's a basic dough. It's got a little oil, water, and milk in it, but it's similar to a non-bread dough. The difference is in the style is how they're cooked. I've never made this before. Okay, so I'm kind of...
You're brave.
Yeah,
but you're always
I figured,
brave.
what the hell,
yeah,
you know?
what the heck?
Sometimes you just gotta take a shot at something. So I was screwing around on the internet, and I was popping around on Pinterest for ideas and stuff like that, and I came
I'm
across
impressed
this.
you know how to use Pinterest.
my wife would be impressed too. Tommy's probably impressed. So anyways, I said, what the hell? Now I did kind of make up my own little stuffings. So I looked at these like they were a taco. I'm like, shit, you can put just about anything you want in them. Most people are putting like a Korean barbecue or a pulled pork or something like that. I stayed along those lines, So just to let you know, I got shrimp salad, which I thought would be different. I didn't see anybody do that. I've got brisket, and I've got bourbon chicken.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I've got some black sesames. I've got some parsley and some scallions, some carrots for crunch, a little coleslaw, a little raw onion, and barbecue sauce.
Sure.
Stewed tomatoes, one of my faves. If you've never had them, these things are fantastic. I'm really curious to see what you think about them. We got a little Pinot Noir for you. Cheers, you guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
it.
We are very lucky
Excited
to
to
be
be
on the
here.
VIP list.
All right, guys, so this is the steamer box. Okay, so basically I rolled out the dough. I cut them into circles. I folded them over like they're half moons. And I put them in here, and we let them rise again for about another 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Introduced you guys, and now we're getting ready to cook them. So we are gonna put them on top of this pan, and we're gonna let them go for 8 minutes. We're gonna pull them off. We're gonna let them sit covered for another 2 or 3 minutes. Then we're gonna pop them open. Hopefully they look like bao buns and taste like bao
I'm
buns.
sure they will.
And then we're gonna eat them. All right? So
That's
it's pretty
exciting.
simple from here. You don't get to. I don't have to do a whole lot. I just have to go like that.
That's
I
very
am
cool,
done.
that steamer basket. Is it?
Yes.
Are there 3 levels or 2 different levels? Or?
There's 2 levels. So there's the lid. Then there's 1 level here and 1 level here. And then the steam, it's got holes through it, will just come right up through.
So everything does the same, even though they're 2 different levels. The one closer to the heat doesn't cook up faster or anything. It
Nope.
evens out.
Nope.
Okay.
It evens out. All right, guys. So they were on the stove for about 8 minutes, 9 minutes. They've been sitting here for maybe a minute or 2. I'm gonna let it go for maybe another 5 or 10 seconds, and then when I pull this off, they're saying to pull it slowly. So. Ooh, there we go.
Ooh,
Tommy, how
they
you
look
do,
beautiful.
buddy?
They look awesome.
All right. Well, this thing works.
Logan thinks so too. Daddy Logan.
Now, I'm gonna put 1 on each of your plates.
Let's click on it. It's Mick Jagger.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can stick these on my lips and be Mick Jagger.
I got that.
I was like, what?
This would be the one right here. And I'll do that later.
Oh gosh.
All right, so these are hot. So let me I'll give you each 2, and then
Thank
you guys
you.
can go from there. Just flip it like that. All right, so
Okay.
shrimp salad, beef, chicken, toppings, scallions, parsley.
Okay.
So go ahead and start filling it up.
All right.
Like
And
a
wait,
taco,
now
right?
don't eat it yet because
Okay.
we need to get a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it look as pretty as you want to
All
make it.
right.
All right,
Okay, bon appetit.
Tommy, they made them. Now they got to taste them.
Yum.
Be careful, I don't know if they're still really hot or not.
Next trick.
Bob.
Is it good? How's the bun? Is it soft and a little sticky?
It is, yeah.
Don't burn yourself.
Really nice texture.
Tommy's burning his ass on the back of the stove.
My bao buns hurt.
His boy buns hurt.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
So good.
Have you had anything like that before?
Never. I love it.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And I'm curious to see what this tastes like.
Try
Here,
it.
Tommy.
Try it
Here's
with the
my
shrimp too.
potato lip. I am not a pro. Now you can, from what I understand, you can take those, and then if you wanted them, just do a pan sear on the outside and
I
crisp
was
them
gonna
up.
ask you that.
You
You
can
could
do
fry
that as
them.
well. Or like with the leftover, like I did right before you guys got here, I just squished it together, threw it in the frying pan, and made like a little naan bread for Tommy with it.
Okay.
All right, good. So which one do you like better? Do you like the brisket better, or do you like the?
Still eating my first one.
Oh, you haven't tasted
the
the
bourbon
brisket
brisket, or the bourbon chicken. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of a like a dumpling, a steamed dumpling,
Yeah,
only thicker.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what it tastes like.
It's really good.
Is it really good? All right. So,
I'm gonna try your
did you do the bourbon chicken one?
Stewed
I did.
potatoes.
That's really good.
Is it? Okay.
So I didn't put any sauce on it, so I'm just getting the bourbon chicken is not getting screwed up by anything.
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah, that's it. You can't. The bourbon chicken is pretty much good on its own.
Yeah,
Stewed
got
tomatoes,
a little slaw
amazing.
in there, makes it nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Your
good. I
recipe for
thought
that.
it would be a good combination because it acts kind of like a little tomato soupy, soup and sandwich.
So good.
This one's a little.
All right, I'm gonna try
This one is
I'm gonna
thicker
try
than the other ones,
brisket.
and it doesn't want to stay.
No,
Fold
it's
up.
probably because I probably should have cut that chicken up a little.
I'm not
User error. User error.
I'm not sure who's biting who. When it comes up.
There you go.
I'll tell you, they're equally as good.
Are they really? Well, you're gonna have to try one with the shrimp in it too.
I
Exactly.
love all the toppings.
Yeah,
Sauce.
different. And you can do whatever you want to do. So these are pretty easy to make. This thing was only like $29.
Steamer.
So let's see what the ones underneath tell me.
It's really pretty. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And
Right.
so the tomatoes are a side then, right?
Yeah, tomatoes are a side. They're really not part of the dish, but they are really. I love them. All right, Tommy. What do you think? Should we get these guys to score this meal?
All right, what would you rate this meal on a score of 1 to 10?
I'll go first. Well, clean plate club here, so yeah, did a really good job. I'm gonna give it a 10. I mean, it was amazing. I've
Would
never
you order
had
that
that
out
before.
at a restaurant?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd be curious to see what it tastes like flash fried, like you were talking about, that you could do that as well. But I loved it just the way it is, and it was amazing. And all the things you put in there as our choices, the texture and the flavors and everything was amazing. Yeah, good job.
Really, really good flavors. I never give a 10 to anything, so I'm
There
gonna
you
give,
go.
but I'm gonna give it a
Yeah.
9, solid 9.
All right.
And just because it's Korean, I don't eat a lot of Korean food,
Right.
but it was really interesting. My favorite part was the texture of those buns, because you're biting them and you feel like you're sinking your teeth into something, and it's not like a taco or a piece of bread. I really liked the texture.
You know what? I did as well. I think I did like the texture. I even liked it on my fingers.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I probably rated it about a 9 or 9.2. And I'm just trying to take the bread. Like I know that you can fill this with anything you want. You can put custards and stuff or chocolate in here if you really wanted to, because it is a little bit of a
That's a
sweet
good
bun.
idea too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that would
one
be really
observation
good.
here is like right there, you got one really thick, that's Mick on the right, and the one on the left is
That's
really
true.
thin.
Right.
And I kind of prefer, thin to medium.
Right,
The thick one is almost
right.
too much to get through, whereas the mediums give you just enough of that texture.
Right, and that's probably me more rolling it out than anything else. So,
It was fun.
yeah, Tommy, what do you think? What would you get? You've had them before, so how do they compare to restaurant quality?
Well, so I usually have had them with the filling inside and then surrounded, but this was nice because it was almost like a taco
Right.
kind of style, and I really liked it because you could see the toppings and see what you're about to eat. But I would give it a 9.5. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought they were good. I would order them out at a restaurant.
Absolutely.
So, and then maybe I'll take it up a notch or two and try a couple of things with it. Yeah, very good. Well, thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
Cheers.
to you
Cheers.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
You had better wine than any Korean restaurant I've ever been in. It's not blueberry.
There you go. All right, till next time. Hey, it's Thanksgiving next week. Everybody
Thank
have
you,
a
Tommy.
great Thanksgiving.
Tommyboy.
Enjoy yourself. Be safe. If you're deep frying a turkey, don't do it in your friggin' garage, right? And kill it, man. Enjoy. Cheers.